to the home side. Mwali, haven't seen too much of him the past 5-10 minutes. Back to the substitute, getting in on the act. Looking to stretch the Tanzanian defense here. It's the captain, Abdullawi. Doesn't go in for fancy long passes, just keeps it simple, but then, let's say that, he nearly puts in a terrific diagonal cross-court pass, cross-field pass. Aziani. It's a clumsy challenge by the left back, Kibabash. Sometimes difficult for players when they know they're up against, without being unkind, a team who are better technically and perhaps tactically. A lot of adrenaline running through your body. Instead of keeping it clean, temptations to rush in. Halamia with a free kick. Well dealt with. Prodded forward and still with the young Africans. Zizua. That's a good first touch. Maziani. He just knew he was going to cut inside. Good work before that. To give him space by Naji. Naji, the left-sided midfielder, who'd come over to the right side. Mwali. Good ball. Quick distribution from Diarra. Idazua. Oh, it was a nice idea, but the execution wasn't good enough. Ball into space. It's tidily done. Alamia. The captain. Stooping to head. Stooping very low to head that ball. Could just as easily have kicked it. Or controlled it. Bapti, the substitute. And a chance. 90 seconds to go. That's an excellent interception. Here they come again. Terrific balance. He's got Muzonda behind him. Here he is. And Zengeli, outside of the boot. Well, at first I thought there was a play down and he was calling for attention, but it was just a bad decision and bad technique. He's trying to make the pass with the outside of his boot. It's to go back to the drawing board there. Benkamesa puts in a good shift as the midfielder. Can we keep it in play? No. Unluckily for Hamad. Quickly taken. Zizua. Hamad. That's a confident pass. A bit too risky. Delors onto his left boot. Just over the crossbar. You could feel the net bulging there. Now the stoppage time confirmation. 3 minutes of additional time will be added on. Burkinabe giving the ball away cheaply there. Aziz Ki. And the shot, not long, not far off at all. Bapti. Looking to pile on the pressure and steal the goal before the half-time whistle here of the hosts. Ghazala. Hopeful ball across. Well dealt with by the Tanzanian defence. Good triangles. Well, he thought about going across to midfield. Under pressure, it's the captain, Mwamnieto. Got away with it. Nicely done. And so is that Zouzoua. And a little bit of space here on the left. Trying to go long. Wasn't clear what he intended to do, in fact. Lusengeli does well, frustrates Niziani. Zouzoua, schoolboy mistake, took his eye off the ball. We've all been there. Benkamesa. Niziani goes down. Just a little nudge by Nzengeli to convince the referee. Benkamesa. It's an angry word with Aziz Ki, the man from Burkina Faso. Sense of urgency about MC Alger, almost as if it were the end of the game. Zouzoua looks up. That was good play. Full of intent, Zouzoua there. Knew what he wanted to do. Nzengeli. Well, it's the last chance of the first half. And there it is. There is the referee's whistle. So no goals here in Algeria, in the capital Algiers, between MC Alger and the visitors, Young Africans. The beginning of the game, one-way traffic for the home side. They looked destined to score a goal, at least one. And then Young Africans gradually found their feet and their stride. They came into the game, settled down. Algerian players getting in the face of the match officials. Not great to see as they make their way to their changing room. They have a better shape than the visitors, that's for sure. Technically more gifted, I would say. Just need to show a little bit more composure. Haven't won any of their last 3 games though, including that goalless draw at TP Mazembe on the Democratic Republic of Congo. So maybe that's playing on their minds. I'm sure their coach, Pascal Baumel, has a few choice words to say and a bit of fine-tuning to make. Well, stay with us and we'll bring you highlights from that first half. Possession pretty even in the end. That shows how much the Tanzanians came back into the game. Shots on goal, that's a damning stat. Look, none for both sides. Accuracy of pass, again, pretty even. Just the 2 corners in the game, both for the hosts. 1 yellow card, that's for Zouzoua of Young Africans. And that is about that. Not the best half of football we've ever seen in the CAF Champions League, but let's stay positive. That could all change in the second half.